Hello, welcome back to Silent Hunter 5. I just heard a very strange sound as I was just traveling. It sounded like a whale, honestly. Hold up, let me turn off the engine, see if we can hear it.
Machine stop.
I was just hanging around on the map. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to start recording yet. I was just trying to like travel a little bit before we started the recording. I was on this map mode and heard it. I don't even know if there are whales in this. Oh, let me check the hydrophone, which I'm not 100% sure if you can actually hear well while we're surfaced. Oh my god, it is crusty. Alright, let's go. What that was. Dude, it would be so cool if we actually heard a whale. They should be, their calls and stuff should be audible through the hull while we're, like, actually below the surface of the water. In the same way that a sonar ping should be audible, because a sonar ping will impact the hull and you hear, like, a clear, high-pitched ding when it does so. That's weird. I've never experienced that before. Alright, well, I mean, I'll be right back. It's 9, almost 10 a.m. in the morning. We didn't spot anything more of that whale, but we've arrived in our patrol zone. But I'm going to double back a little bit to the north of Scotland, because while I know that there will be shipping out here, as I've marked on my map, I have received a bunch of radio reports out in this region, so it might be a good idea to patrol between the Faroe Islands and northern Scotland. So if we set up, like, let's say this is our patrol area, like somewhere within this region right here, because I'm seeing a lot of contact reports straight within that region, and it also gives us some geographic like funneling, because everything that's going around this region will go between the Faroe Islands and northern Scotland. So yeah, let's try that. So we are still advancing towards our patrol zone. It's only 12:40 p.m. I think we're time zone GMT -1 still. We might be GMT now. We might have crossed over, which is why it might have, like, well, let me close this so it's a little bit less loud. Which might be why the time has progressed so far. But I had an idea for something we should do before we actually need to do it. We should test how deep we can go and how far, like, we feel safe going. And we want to do it around here because in these regions the depth is actually quite far. I checked right now, and my man told me 588, I think, which means 588, even though it does read 589 in the bottom right. 589 meters, that should be more than our crush depth. I think the Type 7 is rated for 210 meters. We won't go to 210 meters, we'll go to 200 meters, but what we're going to test is the existence of a thermal layer, and how far down we need to go to find that. Because the thermal layer is what distorts all sound that comes down to, or down into the ocean. It's this region where the water that gets the sun's rays meets the water that doesn't, and the water that gets the sun's rays all circulates in one region, and then all the cold water circulates in one region, like, further below that. I'm explaining this very inaccurately, but that's the long and short of it. And what that means is that any sound that goes into the upper layer and then tries to cross down to the bottom layer gets distorted and sent in all kinds of directions, which makes it really hard for a destroyer to follow us using sonar or hydrophone. And that allows us to advance at half speed away from a destroyer should we be chased, and that's a thing we need to know how to do before that happens. Now, I think I know how to do it, but, like, in real life, you know, submarines, they did drills while at sea, and so we're going to do that. We're going to waste a little bit of fuel in doing so, but we'll maintain our current course, so we'll still keep going towards where we're meant to be going. So what we do is... oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna go pretty far down. This is where we die, down here, 250 meters. So let's dive to 150 meters to begin with. I haven't actually dived this deep in Silent Hunter 5, I think, ever, because I've never had to. I think I've done so in Silent Hunter 4. Oh, sorry, 3. I've done so in Silent Hunter 3 when I was chased by destroyers, but I don't think I've ever been chased by destroyers in Silent Hunter 5. Because I've never gotten that far into the war where, like, convoys were fully escorted and everything. Yeah, I played Silent Hunter 3, which is basically this sort of thing, you know, U-boats, German U-boats. Silent Hunter 4 is American U-boats in the Pacific. It's a really cool game as well. Way more airplanes, which makes it way scarier. But yeah, we are now diving. And you should see, yep, since we're diving so steeply, the U-boat is tilting aggressively right now. Current depth 10. Shut down diesel engines, there go, the electrics are on. You know what, let's lower this so we can hear the full effect of pressure on the hull. Hear that? Something meters. So I believe they're going to signal when we cross the thermal layer, and that's where we want to note down how far we need to go. During an escape, we are likely only going to we're going to do a crash dive, and then to stop it whenever they tell us we get to the thermal layer or we reach 200 meters, whichever comes first. Takes a while to dive. Now listen. Ooh. She doesn't like that. We're only at 50 meters. Keep in mind, we are rated for 210. Should be fine. Now, before we actually go any deeper, allow me to hold depth. How do we... wait. What's the problem right now? Sir, please stop diving. Order new depth 50... let's order new depth 58. Since we're already down here, we may as well do a sonar sweep.
Maschinenstopp. Grad unten. Achterer Tiefenruder. 2 Grad oben.
Don't know how much we'll hear all the way down here, but... just a whole bunch of bubbles, nothing. Right. Okay, there we go. Go set twisting an imaginary valve. Okay, let's go deeper. Please give me my cursor. There we go. Let's go 150 again.
Neue Tiefe 150 Meter.
And I'm gonna speed it up a little bit.
Achterer Tiefenruder. Tiefe beträgt 60 Meter.
That's gonna mean we're not gonna hear the sound effects. So I'm gonna slow down again. Don't know how aggressive the sound effects get, but I know that they get pretty aggressive only at like 30 meters and stuff like that, which is what I've dived down to usually.
7, 0 Meter.
Now we're diving straight down, so I think what's happening is that we're diving sort of like exclusively using the ballast tanks, which I think is slower. If we use the engine, we can point ourselves down and then go. I know I'm also gesturing while I say that with my hands as if I've got a camera on. My camera is on, but it's not, you know, Basecam is not on the video. Oi. Yep. If you've seen Das Boot, remember that scene when they do the crash dive and they dive to, I think they dive below crush depth, and without spoiling too much, there's it's incredibly intense. Well, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. I'm not gonna spoil the outcome, but it's incredibly intense, and because of the pressure exerted on the hull, what goes first is not the hull itself, but the bolts that secure everything. So all these bolts here, that secure I think these that secure the different plates of the hull, start shooting out and then ricocheting around inside the submarine, like the bullets of a gun. There we go. That's our depth. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit.
Tiefe beträgt 9, 0 Meter.
90. 100.
Tiefe beträgt 1, 0, 0 Meter. Tiefe beträgt 1, 1, 0 Meter. Tiefe
Oh boy.
beträgt 1, 3,
If we're not
0 Meter.
below the thermal layer now. What was that? Did you see that? Okay, I'm gonna stop fast forwarding now in case we need to react. So we're approaching 150 and we still haven't crossed the thermal layer. That is disconcerting. We're gonna go deeper. I'm worried about going 170 because I did hear, I was looking up the crush depth on the forums. This submarine is rated for 210, but I was looking up the crush depth on the forums and someone was testing it and they crushed at 170 meters. And I still have not heard an announcement about the thermal layer. Which, if we don't find it, we are in deep trouble whenever we need to escape a submarine or a destroyer, because the whole, you could do it, the whole point is to I wonder if this is gonna crush actually the periscope. Can I see the sub? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the whole point is to get below thermal layer, where the sonar and the hydrophone can't find you, and then whenever the ship crosses right above you, turn hard right or flank for a little bit, flank speed for a little bit, and then go half speed. The reason for the flank speed is to immediately turn, and that immediate turn won't be heard because you should be in the blind zone or the blind spot of the hydrophone. And of course you've got the thermal layer. Which means they can still hear you, but it's going to be way harder. That's a new sound. You know that feeling when you've got a balloon and you're gonna pop it, but you're popping it slowly, so you're like taking something that's reasonably sharp and that should pop it, or like you're squeezing it or whatever, and you're just expecting it to blow up at any moment? Just wondering, because that situation has nothing to do with what's going on right now, and I don't feel in any way, shape, or form similar to that kind of feeling. Because we are perfectly fine, right, boys? We're diving really slowly now. Let's try to give it a little boost. Maybe it's because like the boys who are trying to make us dive are like, maybe if we go slowly enough, the captain will reconsider. He'll get bored and like forget about it. Oh no. Oh boy. How you feeling, Emil? Oh wait, can I ask, he's a navigator, right? What's the weather like up there? Please tell me. Can I ask one of them? I don't want to ask if you think we stand a chance against the Royal Navy. The answer is obviously no. Can I ask, boys, does anyone, can anyone tell me what our crush depth is? Hello, who are you? Hey, I want to talk to you. You still writing? No, I don't want to talk about a book right now. How about you, chef? Do you know? No. Keep up the good work, bro. 150 meters. This might be like half the episode. Alright, I'm gonna try to cut it down a little bit. Holy crap. Why is it taking so long to dive? Oh fuck. That's not good. That depth under keel is not good. Because it was 580 or 599, right? Or 588, 589 meters earlier, and now it's 373 meters, which means that we might be coming up, or we might be around some sort of underwater, like, mountain, essentially. I'm not exactly sure how tall those get, or where I need to be on the lookout for them. I don't know if I have any charts for that. All the charts and tables. No, because I don't need those. I need, what about maps then? Nope. Yeah, none of these are gonna help me, because I need, oh, let's have a look at the harbor chart for Bergen. Oh, let's have a look at the one for Trondheim. So... Man, that is weird. Wait, what's the... Where's north here? Is that north? That's Vanes. That's the airport where you come in when you you fly to Trondheim. And I thought... Isn't Trondheim this way? Not to the right, what? I don't recognize any of these names either. Let's have a look at Bergen. I know, oh, I haven't been to Lorient, but I've been to Bergen. Yeah, this isn't... Wait, where's, what's a Bergen airport? None of you are gonna give a shit about this, other than if... like, other than the Norwegians. I've heard of that place. Lesotra. All these names are actually very stupid. Yeah, Biskopshavn I think I've heard of, but this doesn't look like Bergen to me for some reason. Well, actually, no, this I think I recognize from Bergen. Never mind, yeah, I think this makes sense to me now. Isn't Bergen meant to be like this island in between like two different fjord things? Oh well, If you're not Norwegian, you can tune back in now. 156 meters depth. Oh my god, that sound. Holy fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pussy out. Let's go back up, dude. Guys. We're good, boys. Let's go back up. We're fine. It's enough. If we get into this situation, the bad situation, we'll test it then. Yeah, we are losing depth. Now it's 370 meters. Oh no, I'm an idiot. It's depth under keel. So if we've gone down 100 meters, that means that we have it won't be a mountain, obviously, because it's depth under keel. We are measuring it using a sonar ping, which means it has to reach the bottom, right, and then reach us. And that distance will become shorter every time, or the further down we get. Why am I like this? A lot of you have probably been screaming at me at this point, but yeah, you know, this is me getting back into this game, getting back into these sorts of things again, getting into the swing of things. Come on, let me through. All right, well, I'll rejoin you once we're back on the surface. So I didn't expect this, but we have basically rolled up directly onto a ship, and it is on a more or less perfect course for us to sink it. So we need to get this stuff rolling quickly. I'm going to try to actually, I'm gonna go ahead of it, I think. Because I don't know if we're gonna be able to get everything done before it's too late here. So let's see. Oh yeah, sorry, it is 04:30 AM. And what time zone are we in? GMT's 0, yeah. Anyways, let's get this stuff set up, and actually no, let's go above deck before we do that. It's gonna be hard to spot the ship. Where's it at? It should be on our right directly. Oh yeah, you are a target. No lights. I see the smoke. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's barely visible on the capture. At least for me. You may not be able to see it, but there's definitely a ship there, but I can't tell anything about what it is other than that it is British and it has no lights on, which means fair game. Now, let's do the standard. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to guess 8 knots. I don't know if you could hear it, but there's a chihuahua above me and the floor above me, going absolutely mental. 8 knots. Yeah, there we go. Probably gonna go up upstairs to say hello to the chihuahua after this. Here's my landlord's daughter's dog, I think. Alright. Now, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I'll see you guys whenever I get up to our spot once we get into position, so be right back. Now, I was thinking we would be able to do a surface sinking here, but I don't think that's going to be realistic. The lighting conditions are perfect, and this and stuff, but the seas are calm enough, I think, that I mean, a submerged sinking is probably better, anyways. But Yeah, the seas are calm enough. The lighting conditions are actually not perfect because the moon is, you know, visible enough that, and the clouds aren't up, so, or there aren't any clouds in the sky, so that the ship might be able to spot us if we are not careful. Let's see, there it is. Don't know what the ship is. It's going to be hard to tell at night, but yeah, and I think the sun might rise at some point. It's not going to rise during the attack, but it's going to rise during our escape, which is somewhat problematic because a plane might show up, though I doubt it. Or a destroyer might show up. But I'm going to try to sink it submerged like usual because we are drifting a bit too close, I think. Right now we are drifting closer towards 2,000 meters, and I think we'll be around there whenever the ship gets to us. So I think I'm going to submerge. Yeah, let's go periscope depth. No need to worry about anything like silent running or anything. This thing isn't going to be looking for us. Let's get on the attack periscope, which has all the stuff we need ready. And we have gas stream, yep. Open tube 1 and 2. Am I using the wrong periscope? Or is it really just this dark? Holy crap. What? I can see the stars at the top. I am using the wrong periscope. Oh, there we go, yeah. I was racing the observation periscope. Page up and page down races the observation periscope, and page up, insert and delete race the attack periscope. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's way better actually. Let's lower it a little bit. We don't need to be that tall. The higher up you are, the easier it is to spot you. Oh, let's find him. There we go. May not be able to see him. Oh, let's raise it a little bit. He's onto that calm. Now, when he's at 0 degrees, like usual, we'll fire. Back angle, not something we are going to mess with. Speed. I think it was on 8 already. 5, 6, 7, 8 knots. Set the DPI key so we can do this more accurately, and then angle on bow. He has his left towards me, 90 degrees, so it is perfect. And bearing, 0 degrees. I think it's all basically set up. I think I lost him. Where'd you go, boo? There it is. 40. 45. Oh yeah, we need to get the range. That's the one thing we're missing right now. Gonna do a range right now, 2,350. This is technically a little bit cheating. Usually what you do when you're doing range like this is you you bring up, or first you identify the target. Really hard to do during night, and it seems like most of the ships I'm sinking are at night. But you identify the target, and then you, using your book, and then you figure out the mast height on that, plug it into the computer, and then you get like a mirrored image of the vessel. Match the mast height of the original vessel on top of the mast height of the mirrored or reverse, I don't remember which, and then that'll tell you the actual range. Right now we're going to eyeball it. Which this is obviously extremely wrong, I believe, because we will be at, oh, we might actually have come to a more or less a halt. Yeah, we have. We're at 2,350. Interesting. So we can probably just plug in. Actually, no, it's not going to be 2,350 because he's a bit further away from it. Yeah, we'll have to add roughly 250 meters. So, range 2,000. 350 plus 250, 2,500, 2,600. Though, because I am terrible at maths, I'm going to... Oh no, it's saving. I don't like when you have a save next to a ship. It gets kind of wacky sometimes. $2,500. 2,550. Yeah, it does seem like 2,550 is what we're aiming for. One good thing about doing this, by the way, submerged firing, is that if we miss, he might spot the wake of the torpedo, which might let him or tip him off to where we're firing from. But whenever we fire, he's going to turn on his lights and he's going to start looking for us. And if we are up on the surface, he's going to find us very quickly. Let's double check the range. More like 2,650 actually. It might be because of how I angle it, but I'll adjust the range. May not matter much, but here he comes. Because I think I've overestimated the range a little bit, I'm going to fire a little bit later than when he crosses, I think. Should I? I could fire 2. You know what? Fire. 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Oh yeah, it's starting. I was a bit like, wait, where are you going? This is not the ideal solution, I don't think. The ideal solution, torpedo solution, I think, is actually to fire at a situation where the torpedo goes at 90 degrees and I'm like slightly ahead of the vessel. But this is the easiest way of doing it. I think we'll do some ideal torpedo solutions later on. Oh no. Well, that's kind of bad. That must have been the range, right? Or wait. No, the speed must have been off. 5, 6, 7, 8. How far off was the range? It must have been the range then, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. He hasn't spotted the wake though.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
You know what? Yeah, I know. Torpedo did miss. You know what? We faffed about a lot in this episode. This episode wasn't super productive, but oh, I shouldn't have been running with my torpedo or with my periscope up because it leaves a wake behind it. But this wasn't a super productive episode, sadly. But I'm going to try to end it here, I think, because next episode we're going to try a different, more conventional, I think, torpedo solution, where we're going to try to get a 90-degree angle on this ship. So I want to say, before I go, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for spending most of the episode being extremely skeeved out by sounds from the submarine. But I think that's partially why people come for these videos. It's stressful. The stressful, you know, the stressful nature of submarine piloting in World War II. Or captaining? I'm not a captain. I'm a captain lieutenant. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.